What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and this week it is something different. You guys would have seen by the title, we are ditching the Team of the Week predictions and we're actually talking about Team of the Season predictions. And this week, probably one of the best weeks for Team of the Season predictions, it is the Premier League Team of the Season prediction. Obviously this video is brought to you by Rush GG and I'm your host, Harrison JH. We're going to be working through the 15 cards I believe they're going to be in the Premier League Team of the Season. We're going to work our way from the lowest rated card to the highest rated card, and starting off in a midfield position from Crystal Palace, you probably know exactly who I'm talking about, and it is going to be Conor Gallagher. Obviously, if you've been watching the Prem this year, you know Conor has been doing an absolutely fantastic job for Palace. He's played in 30 out of their 34 games. They've come up with 9 wins. He's been involved in 8 of them. Conor has managed to grab 8 goals and 3 assists from centre midfield. Not a bad performance by the young fella. Next up, we move to the front of the field. We're actually going with a striker, and we actually have his pairing partner, or actually a pairing in the trio partnership. We actually have Liverpool's Diogo Yota, who has actually had 15 goals and 3 assists, has played a very, very good role and a crucial role for Liverpool. Without him, they wouldn't have a striker. So he's been doing fantastic. His goal per match ratio is 0.48, which is very, very good. Up with the best of them this season in the Premier League. You could honestly argue that the whole forward line for Liverpool get in. We're actually going to include 2 of them. The second one should be pretty self-standard, but the other one, unfortunately, is going to miss out. We should hopefully see him come out as a striker. He could potentially come out as a left wing. It depends how EA want to pull it. He has had 2 other left wing special cards this year, so a striker could be cool to see. This one is going to make Gunner fans very excited. The Arsenal boys are going to be hyped for this one, and this one is going to be Bukayo Saka, who has had a phenomenal year. He's obviously a rising talent. He's doing superbly. He's a future star in EA terms. He's managed to notch up 11 goals and 6 assists in his 34 appearances, which means he has appeared in every single Arsenal game this season. Absolutely class from Saka. He appears in every single game. I haven't seen him go missing at all this year, so very class for him. Can't wait to see what he performs next season and the years gone by. He could be a good shout for Young Player of the Season, so he can't not get a Team of the Season, right? Next up, we probably have the most sought after defensive midfielder in the world. Obviously formerly Irish and now English, Declan Rice from West Ham. There's not much to say about this fella. Obviously he goes about his bits every single game. He captains, he does everything for them. It'll be interesting to see if he's still in a West Ham shirt next year or the following years after that. Obviously a lot of clubs are after his signature. From the DM position, he's managed a goal and 4 assists, which is quite good, and he's won 165 duels. An honourable mention to another West Ham player, that is Jared Bowen. He has had an incredible year for the Hammers. Very class. Unlucky to miss out in this 15, but Declan Rice does get in. Rice. Next up, we have the goalkeeper position, which is actually a very argumentative position this year. Obviously, you could be going for players like David De Gea, Eduardo Mendy, Alisson, Edison, Jose Sa. Lloris actually is in community Team of the Season. Eduardo Mendy unfortunately can't get one, as no Chelsea players can actually get a Team of the Season due to their club sanctions at the moment. Next up, I'd be saying Alisson is up there, but we are going to be going for the Manchester United faithful, and that is David De Gea. Am I biased? Maybe a little bit, but obviously with the defense in front of him that he's had this season, like, he has had to do so much for the club. Arguably second best player at the club this season. He's come away with 7 clean sheets, and I'm sure it would have been more if he'd had some certain centre backs in front of him that were actually competent. He's made 121 saves and also saved 2 penalties. He's only conceded 1 goal from an error of his, when we all remember which one it was. But you can't note that David De Gea has had a class season as a keeper. Obviously, he's tried his best. He's done what he can. Unfortunately, the team in front of him are just not performing as they should. And moving into the top 10 now, we start with one of Manchester City's midfielders. There's actually going to be 2 left in this top 10. Firstly, starting out with a Portuguese player in Bernardo Silva. Silva has had an incredible year, coming away with 8 goals and 3 assists from midfield. He obviously has played a range of positions, as Manchester City haven't had a striker. He's played centre forward, as a right wing, and a centre midfielder. If you watch Manchester City regularly, you know that Bernardo Silva is a key part of their attack, midfield, and is running around everywhere doing everything for them. Silva's been involved in 25 of their 26 wins this season, and obviously it's going to be very tight at the top of the table to see who wins, Manchester City or Liverpool. It's going to be a close one, and you're going to need to tune in over the next few weeks. Next up, I think probably one of the most easiest decisions for this team of the season. We have a right back, and honestly, if I gave you a second to think who the best right back was in the Premier League this season, it shouldn't be hard to think of, and we are going with Trent Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool. If you said anyone else, you are wrong. Even as a Manchester United fan, I can wholeheartedly appreciate that Trent puts in the hard yards and has been absolutely exceptional this year. Trent's come away with 2 goals from fullback and also 12 assists. He's created 18 big chances. 18! He makes roughly 67 passes per game. That's how influential he is on Liverpool's game. At one point, he's a winger, and at one point, he's defending the next attack. It's absolutely crazy. Props to Trent. We should definitely see him in this year's team of the season. Next up, we head over to London and we have Son Heung-min from Tottenham Hotspur. Currently second in the Golden Boot and probably going to stay second with the person who is currently first, absolutely blitzing it this season. But with 19 goals in 31 appearances and 7 assists, his work up front with a striker who we're going to mention very, very soon. Son has been crazy in the Prem over the last few years, and this year was no exception. Just like when we spoke about Trent, we actually have the left back now, former right back, pretty easy to work out. Easily, those two are the best full-backs in the Premier League this season and arguably in the world. We're talking about, in left-back position, João Cancelo from Manchester City. He's come away with 1 goal and 6 assists from the full-back position. He has over 2,600 passes this season, which equates to 82 per match. That is absolutely crazy. When is he without the ball? Again, just like Trent, he plays like a fullback role in the fullback formation that they play. He is up at left wing, he's up at left back, and if they do need him to, he will play at right back as well. Obviously, already featuring Team of the Year this year, he's going to feature in Team of the Season too. Will you be using his perfect link to Bernardo Silva? Next up, we have the pairing to Heung-min's son, and that is Harry Kane. Obviously, Tottenham did very well to hold on to Harry Kane last season as he looked like he was off to Manchester United or City. Kane has come away with 13 goals, which puts him in 6th place for the Golden Boot, and 8 assists, which also puts him in 8th place for assists this season. Spurs are currently sitting in 5th, and that is due to a big thank you for Harry Kane and also Son. Now left with the top 5 of this team of the season. We've got 3 teams representing this top 5, and we go through one team first, and that is Manchester City with Kevin De Bruyne, their attacking midfielder, and also centre midfield if he wants to play a bit further back. He's come away with 11 goals in 26 appearances and 6 assists, which is very, very good from the midfield position. Obviously, the Belgian wizard going about business as he does every single week, week in, week out. It's really no argument to throw him in your team of the season predictions, and that's why we have today too. Continuing on with the Manchester City theme, we actually go to the defense. Partnering with João Cancelo is Ruben Dias, also from Portugal, so you could actually complete a 3-way perfect link if you really wanted to. Dias has come away with 12 clean sheets out of their 22 wins and his 28 appearances this season. He's also come away with 2 goals and 4 assists. And just like Cancelo, he sees plenty of the ball, averages 79 passes per game. Keeping it defender related and moving over to Liverpool, they were very unlucky last season to have him out with injury for a very long time. Obviously that stunned their season and they were unable to claim one of the top 2 positions. But he was back this season and was playing superbly as he does when he is on form. Virgil Van Dyke, the skipper for Liverpool, is slotting straight into our team of the season prediction. Now, there will be arguments that potentially Matip deserves it as over Van Dyke. It is a close one, and you could argue either way. We're including Van Dyke in this one. Honestly, you could potentially see both. Van Dyke has come away with 21 clean sheets in his 32 appearances, also 3 goals and 1 assist for the big man. Now moving on to the last 2, and actually staying with Liverpool on this one, the last 2 are attacking. Now onto the last 2 players, both attacking in mind, so you guys should probably know who they are. We're carrying on from that Liverpool theme that we were just speaking about with Van Dyke, and we are with Mohamed Salah. Now, I don't even know if I need to talk much for this one. Obviously, he's come away with 22 goals in 32 games and 13 assists. That actually puts him as leader of Golden Boot. and leader of assists. Absolutely crazy. I honestly don't know what more to say. I think if you guys watch football, you know that this man deserves team of the season. He's probably going to be up there for Ballon d'Or talk. It depends how the rest of his year goes. Obviously, Benzema is up there and a few other players that we can throw out. But Mohamed Salah has had a class season in the Premier League this year in 2020 and 2021. Now, finally, the last one, which is going to bring the video to a close very, very soon. But the last player, he's washed. He's finished. He is the problem. But he somehow is making it to the team of the season prediction, eh? He's currently 3rd in the Golden Boot race, literally carrying Manchester United to 6th place on the table right now. Now, there shouldn't be any question that Ronaldo deserves to be in the team of the season prediction. And if we're being honest, do you think EA are going to leave him out? He's a moneymaker. Now, with 17 goals and 3 assists in 28 games, an exceptional record for the 37-year-old. We should definitely be seeing Cristiano Ronaldo feature in this year's team of the season, and hopefully it's not his last. And you know what that means. You know what we have to do. It had to be done. It did have to be done. Now, guys, that brings us to the end of the Premier League Team of the Season prediction. I do hope you have enjoyed this video. Obviously, a switch up from Team of the Week. It's probably a bit longer than the Team of the Week video, so I do hope you have enjoyed it. So please do like, comment, and subscribe while you're here. Appreciate you guys. Next week will be the Bundesliga Team of the Season prediction, and after that, the La Liga. So stay around. Do make sure you subscribe, as I mentioned. But that's all from me, guys. Make sure you guys have a great day. See you later. Bye.